Hi. The present meeting will be tied in with showing the force of our psyche mind over our body. To start with, you will see the impact and force of the psyche mind on our hand. I will direct you through the cycle as we do it together. We will zero in on the most proficient method to think, and as your hand gradually rises, you will see the distinction between how the psyche mind takes over contrasted with the ordinary, cognizant state. The explanation we are doing this exercise is to demonstrate the way that the psyche brain can guide mending energy to any piece of the body that needs it. In the first place, we really want to focus. What is fixation? You don't be guaranteed to have to shut your eyes. Perhaps, first and foremost, you could want to close them, yet after some time you will acquire the capacity to get to the theta state and utilize your psyche mind even with your eyes open. Presently, I will attempt to make sense of this without holding back, and you will see the distinction. In an ordinary state, when our cerebrum works in the beta recurrence, we can't handle our muscles with the psyche mind. Our compulsory developments are completely under our cognizant control. For instance, in the event that I deliberately lift my hand while in the beta express, the muscles in my grasp won't act equivalent to when it lays on my knee. Because of gravity, the hand might hang descending. At the point when I attempt to lift my hand deliberately, I can't fool you into accepting it's being lifted by an outside force. Be that as it may, when the psyche mind assumes control over, I give close consideration to how my hand will rise. I will make sense of this without holding back. You can apply this procedure to any piece of your body that necessitates mending. Assuming you have torment in any piece of your body, the psyche can guide mending energy to that area. You can likewise envision your hand becoming cold and involving it as a virus pack on that area, or you can warm your hand and use it as a warm pack. Presently, we will do a little trial, or rather, a little encounter, that you can attempt at home. Over the long run, you will turn out to be more gifted at this, so don't lose your assurance. As you most likely are aware, everything improves with training. How about we start the experience? I really want to think now, so I will stay calm briefly. As my hand rises, focus on how my fingers' muscles act. It will show up as though my hand is as yet laying on my knee, with no descending, hanging, or shaking. There ought to be no shudder on the grounds that the psyche mind is currently assuming full command and applying all its power. It seems like many inflatables are tenderly lifting my hand, and my hand's weight is gradually diminishing. I can feel extraordinary energy heating up my hand now. This is not the slightest bit an enchanted stunt. It is completely logical, connected with the progression of energy to that particular point. At this moment, the temperature of my left hand has fundamentally expanded contrasted with my right hand. It seems like my palms are consuming. The heaviness of my hand is diminishing. Focus on the way that it isn't lifting from my shoulder. There is no power coming from my shoulder at the present time. It's still similarly situated as though it were laying on my knee, yet it's done contacting my knee. There's air between my hand and my knee now. Right now, my inner mind has assumed full command. My psyche has assumed command and is working in an alternate position and on an alternate level. See, my fingers are still similarly situated as though they were laying on my knee, yet this moment, there is no change, neither up nor down. There is no unwinding or weakness in the muscles. My hand is rising completely all alone. All the load in my grasp has vanished. It's currently at nothing, numb, and frozen. Maybe it's actually laying on my knee. My palm is totally solid. The psyche mind has completely dominated and taken command. This is in no way, shape or form an enchanted stunt. It is altogether logical. This is the force of our psyche mind over any piece of our body. You can utilize this method on your foot, for cerebral pains, or to reinforce any powerless region. Your psyche brain can constantly assume command, as long as we probably are aware how to find and utilize the keys to open that steel entryway that shuts it off. This moment, my hand is extremely loose, as though it's not even there. It seems like it's actually laying on my knee. Presently, I'm gradually giving my subliminal the idea to rest my hand back on my knee. The flying inflatables are steadily letting my hand down to my knee, and I'm asking every one of the solidified fingers to get back to their unique state. The reason for this trial is to demonstrate the way that we can move our mind waves from beta to theta, while dozing, yet in addition during our day-to-day routines. Furthermore, presently, I will bid farewell. Remember to like my recordings and buy into my feed so I can see you again in later recordings.